Welcome to our 10-minute wellness sessions that we are having in partnership with the Raytheon Virtual Fitness Center. Access to the Virtual Fitness Center is free for all Raytheon employees. Full classes are available on their website. Please access the Virtual Fitness Center through Healthy You. I will put the link in the chat. Elena, I will turn it over to you.
All right, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and get some music going just for a little bit of background. All right, so if you guys have any space, you're going to be standing for most of this class. If you have a chair or a desk or anything that's stable that you want to use to hold on to for any of these movements, keep it close. We are going to be doing some things in front and to the side with those legs, so make sure there is nothing about leg length behind you or in front of you that you might kick. So today's emphasis is going to be on the lower body. It's basically what mostly barre is going to entail. It's going to be a lot of glute work and a lot of quad and calf a little bit today. So we are going to get right into it. We're going to do about 30 seconds of each exercise, and we are going to start with our calf raises to get the blood pumping back to those legs. So we're going to start in a parallel position. So that is feet right underneath those hips. And before you start, you want to bring those shoulders back and down. Tuck those hips under so that tailbone is pointing down towards the floor. And I want you to give those glutes a little squeeze together. And then from there, you're going to pull that core in, and we're just going to lift it up onto those toes and back down for a calf raise. All the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. And then we're going to go a little bit quicker, making sure that we're getting as high up on those toes as possible, finding that balance, and get those calves working. Good. All right, from here, we're going to bring it back down. We're going to bend those knees, sending those knees a little bit past those toes, giving those calves a nice little stretch. And we're going to open up those feet to what we call a first position. Let me set my timer. Or you can call it a penguin stance, whatever's comfortable. Heels together, toes apart. Same thing, roll those shoulders back and down. We're going to roll up on those feet, lift. And you want to make sure that those calves are squeezed, those quads are squeezed, glutes are working as we lift and lower. Same thing, keep it going. You might be feeling those legs heating up a little bit. You got 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and hold that balance on those toes. Test your balance here. And then drop those heels, bend those knees, keeping your heels on the floor. Give them a little stretch. Good. From here, we're going to go out to our second position, aka a wider stance, a little bit wider than those shoulders. Those toes are pointing towards the diagonal. Hands are going to come on the hips, and we are going to repeat with those calf raises. Lifting, squeezing throughout those legs. And if you need to, put your hands right on the back. Make sure those glutes are squeezed as well, and our core is nice and strong. Calf raises don't have to be just a calf exercise. Make that whole body work. 3, 2, 1, and hold it at the top. Find that balance until you can't anymore, and then bend those knees, and we're going to take it into a nice little stretch. You can either reach for those toes, give them a little calf stretch. Good. From here, this is where if you have a little bit of stability for a chair or a desk, we're going to start with that right leg. It's going to come and point right out in front, knee to the ceiling. And we're going to squeeze and just lift that leg straight to the front. So it's lifting. We're not hinging forward to get that leg up there. You want to think of just lifting and lowering that leg. If it's only 45 degrees, that's fine. You want to stay within your range of motion and work those hip flexors just a little bit. Good. 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold it out in front. I want you to squeeze that quad muscle right here. We're going to turn that knee out towards the side, back to the ceiling, to the side, ceiling, side, ceiling. Bring it down, left leg out in front. We're going to repeat, lift, lower, lift, and lower. Keeping that chest up nice and tall. Good, you feel a little stretch in those hamstrings. This is going to look different on everyone. Lower. Keeping it squeezed. Good. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're going to hold it out in front. Squeezing again. We're going to turn that knee out to the side. It's a very small movement. The rotation is coming from that hip. Rotate out, rotate up. Good. Bring it down and shake out those legs. We're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to do it to the side. If you have your chair in front of you or a desk, this is where you can hold on to something in front. I'm going to do it essentially just to the side, standing. We're going to bend that right knee. So we're right about here. From here, that knee is going to come out to the side and bring it back in line. So it's like a pendulum where that knee is coming right out and back in. So we are working those adductors, sides of the hip, which is so important for our low back health. Lifting and lowering. You want to make sure that you're not sending that hip out there. You want to make sure those hips are still squared towards the front. Good. Let's do one more, and then we're going to hold it out to the side, right about here. And then we're going to pulse that knee up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it down and breathe. We do mostly everything in 8s and 16s in bar. So that's a good tip. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Go ahead and stay strong on that right leg. Bend right at the knee. From here, we're going to bring it out to the side and in. Good. If you need to bend that standing leg as well, give it a little bend. That's fine. Keeping that knee on track so that knee still stays facing forward. Good. You might be feeling it in that standing hip that's not working, and that's fine. All right, we're going to hold that knee out there and we are going to pulse. So bring it out, squeezing in the back of that glute. We're going to pulse up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it in. I like to take my hips and press them to the front, to the side, to the back. Give them a little stretch. Bring it around town. It can be a little bit intense if you're not used to working those adductors every so often. We'll make sure we're good on time. All right. We are going to do our leg lift to the side. So we did our pretzel lift, which is what we call when it's bent. So we're going to bring that leg out to the side. Knees facing me. You're going to bring it just a little bit to the diagonal. And we're going to do the same thing with those leg lifts. We're going to lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go for 8, 7, and 8. We're going to hold and bend that knee, extend, squeezing in that quad. We're going to do this 3 times. Bend, extend, and switch to the left side. So the best way to get into that nice position is to bring it straight out to the side, slide it around to the diagonal, and lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, still breathing, 7, and 8. We're going to hold, squeezing and bend, extend 1, 2, and 3. Bring it down, shake it out. Good job. We're going to bring it into a nice wide position, and we are just going to sit back in to those hips, bringing it side to side, giving those little internal hip flexors a little bit of a stretch, side to side. Good. Shift the weight. Good. All right. Bring those feet back in. Give them a shake. Shake out those hands. Tuck the chin. You're going to roll all the way through to the ground. Give those toes a little touch and then roll all the way back to standing. And that is our 10 minutes. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Bye, everyone.